Well, hello everyone. Carrie Beck here with FamilyEbiz.com. We are in the middle of a fantastic series. It is all vacation campaigns. That's why I'm here at the beach. Actually, I wish I was really at the beach, and I do think I'm going to get to go later on during the summer. But this is all about setting up a campaign so that when you go on vacation, that could be a long weekend, a week, 2 weeks, a month, however long, you still have money coming in. And that is what we're talking about. If for any reason, part of this, just a very small part, is part of our podcast. And if you are listening to this, please hit subscribe. I would love it. That would mean so much to me as well. And we can get this out to more people and help more businesses find the freedom that they are looking for. Now, what have we already talked about? This is series part 2 of hands-off money-making email sequences while you're on vacation. Wouldn't that be nice to just have a bunch of emails going out? You know, my problem, procrastination, and I don't get it all done before I leave. But there are times I actually get everything set up when I really want to get somewhere. What have we already talked about? We've already talked about vacay money for all entrepreneurs, and we all need this. Your family deserves your undivided attention. They do not need to see you on the phone trying to send an email. And who wants to write an email on their phone? Imagine if you had the freedom to go take a vacation, not just once, but maybe twice a year. You are a solopreneur. There isn't any limit on the vacation days that you can have, like they have with corporate. So if you had that freedom, you could do all sorts of things. I have the freedom. I don't always take long vacations, but just a month ago, I did take a vacation from being at home. I went and spent time with my kids and my grandkids for a whole week. Ended it up with a birthday celebration for our now 5-year-old. I did work a little bit, I will tell you that, but I did not work full time every day all the time. I just took those few hours that I had allotted. And when my grandkids were at school, I worked for a little bit. But when they were home, I was here ready for them as well. So we also talked about which promotion will you choose? You need to know for sure it's going to be converting. This is not an experiment. This is not a launch. You need to choose something. Go listen to last week's um, podcast or last week's training, and you will be able to hear all about all the details as well. Let's talk about email sequences because that is what gets the grease that keeps the wheels going. All right. First thing on email sequences, you need to map it out. Depending on your email service provider, you may actually have a flow chart and it's got arrows of where everyone is going at different times. Or you may have a list, a sequence. That's what we use with Aweber. This is essential so that there are no missing pieces, no leaks in your sales funnel. You don't want to make your readers mad if you sell a high ticket product and they just bought an ebook for $27. All right. They might unsubscribe. And that's not what we want. We want a whole funnel, a whole system sequence that actually works. So you need to look at it visually as best you can. The other thing that you want with an email service provider is follow up. You want to be able to follow up. And the way that we do this, and what I can tell from most, there are a few little odd email service providers. Most of them allow you to tag your people. And so you need to tag where did they enter the funnel? Did they come as a paid customer? Did they come getting a free lead magnet? Where did they come from? Each one, every time they come in, you need to add a tag. And then it should be unique. Maybe it's the product name or the lead magnet that they received. And then from there, you can put them in different segments. If they came through a paid product that already has half of your offer, you can send them down a different segment. If they come as a lead magnet and it's completely free and they don't really have any of all the details, then you would send them down a different segment. Realizing too that some people have more money and they're not even interested in the ebook. They want the whole course, believe it or not. Even you people in the homeschool industry, There are people that will pay. I will just tell you a story. Last month, I launched my Raising Leaders, Not Followers course. It's a 197. That's like $200. And the very first webinar masterclass that I gave, two people instantly bought, just like that. The next one, a couple hours later, a few people bought, just like that. $200. So don't tell me that homeschoolers don't spend money. You have just got to learn how to frame it, how to put your emails in the right sequence as well. There are other people that are on a budget that cannot afford that 197, or maybe you're in the business industry niche. They can't afford a 10,000 weekend, but they'll pay for a small course or an ebook. So you've got to segment them according to where they came in and what they are. So we'll want to map it. Next, we need to think methodically. I've already mentioned, where do they enter in from your funnel, paid customer, opt-in, and then give those tags. Now, who gets access to the vacation funnel? Tagging allows you to decide, are we sending it to the entire list? Are we sending it just to the people who have joined in the last 2 weeks because they've never seen it? Are we sending it to all the people that bought this entry product, or all the people that got this lead magnet? There is no right or wrong answer. You have got to decide on your vacay email sequence in the funnel who is going to get this particular campaign. So that's first. Next, we want to talk about how many emails are you going to need to write and send. Most campaigns are going to have 4 to 16 emails. The longer the vacation, the more emails you will need in your funnel. If it's a long weekend, maybe you just send one on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and one on Sunday night, and that's it. Yes, you can do a vacay campaign for just the weekend. Isn't that cool? And you're gone and you come home, and what do you see? Ching, 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 some cash in your account. So who gets it? Where do they come from? Who gets it? How many emails do you need to write? Frequency. Every day? Every other day? Do we send a resend to unopens? There is no right or wrong frequency. It really depends on two things. It depends on your market, the industry, and how often have you been emailing? For me, my homeschool people, I'm emailing them almost every day. So I can really get away with that. There are times I may skip a few days, but overall, I am sending a lot of emails. So I can do that. If you only send one email a week, you're going to have to rethink that. And I would really encourage you to increase that to at least maybe 2 a week, so that they're used to getting an email from you. The next thing is you need to have a strong call to action. We call this a CTA, call to action. All right. If you forget to include a call to action in your email, you are leaving money on the table. You need to tell your readers exactly what they need to do. Do not leave it up to chance. And that's what happens, that you send them all this great information, and then they don't know where to go. There are no links of where to go. All right. So tell them why they should listen to you in your email. How will it benefit if they follow you? Be active in your marketing. Don't expect them to figure it out. You need to talk to them like they're a kindergartner. Now, and don't be afraid. This is the secret sauce or icing on the cake. Don't be afraid to send multiple emails on the last day. Most people need and welcome reminders. They have the best intentions, but life just gets in the way. Or they remember, oh, I wanted to get something, but I don't remember the details or where to get it. So you need to really go ahead and do that. On Raising Leaders, Not Followers, I sent 4 emails. Now, I didn't send them to every single person on my list. I segmented them, but I sent one at like 5. I sent one at like 11 or 12 or 1 at 4, and then one at 8 at night, to all different segments. So think through your sequence so that you have raving fans even when you're on vacation. Now let's finish up by talking about writing the emails. When you write the email, this sounds so obvious, but people just forget to even tell. What are you promoting? How long is this promotion? When is it happening? In our vacation campaign toolkit, we have worksheets and calendars and all sorts of checklists to help you stay organized so that you have got all of this written down and you can see exactly what it is. The other thing you need to do is not overcomplicate. Don't overcomplicate. I would encourage you to write somewhere that you don't have to worry about bold and underline and colors and this and that. Just get the text, the copywriting out of your head and onto paper. Then later you can go in and put it in your email service provider and then figure out where you want to bold and hyperlink and all of that. If you're promoting an affiliate product, then just use their swipe copy, but don't just swipe and copy. You better put something personal. Otherwise, it just looks like everyone else's. Another really important thing I've already mentioned, you need to have a CTA. What's that CTA? Call to action. It needs to be strong. It needs to appeal to their pain points. There should be no distraction. If you send an email with 5 different call to actions, meaning buy my product, buy this affiliate thing, oh, go listen to my podcast, oh, and I got a new blog post, they don't know what to do. One strong call to action in your vacay email sequence. It needs to be clear as day what the next step is. So these are just some great tips for you to help in building your email sequence. Now, if you've already received our course, go and use the worksheet, the workbook. You're going to get all sorts of ideas to help you stay organized, along with the calendar and the checklist, just to make sure you have everything as well. For those of you that maybe didn't hear our other offer, we have got a brand new course, Vacation Campaign Toolkit. It will sell for $97 later in the summer, but right now, since we are building it out and dripping it out, it's only $27. And it includes 5 video training emails. Some of you are listening on a podcast. Let me tell you, it goes a lot deeper than just the podcast. That's just the tip of the iceberg. So you will get that, plus you will get the checklist to make sure you have all the pizzas, no leaks in your funnel. You will get a calendar for 3 weeks. You could get this whole thing done in 3 weeks. 5 days a week, and it tells you these are the 1, 2, or 3 things you need to do today, and that's it. And you just focus on those things. And it has a workbook so that you can answer all the questions for the things you need to be getting done. We also throw in as bonus the PowerPoint slides and resources of the platforms that we believe are the best platforms for what you're doing. So that is all it. Look wherever you are listening to this, not how to homeschool, wrong podcast, familyebiz.com/vacation. You can get it completely for only $27. You'll also see the other resources that we have mentioned today. Hey, thanks for spending time with me. I am Carrie Beck with familyebiz.com. Y'all have a great vacation.